traditional programming. First, you understand what is the traditional programming, what you understand the machine learning program. So traditional programming means is a Java program or C++ program or C program. So in the past we have developed some applications, that may be a desktop application or the web application. To develop that application, we have to use some traditional programming concept. Okay. So what exactly that program? So one of the programmer, one of the coder is writing a program using the various programming language, for example Java, then C++, ASP.NET or any other programming language. Number of programming languages are available. So he writes a particular program according to his process. So once he writes a program, he requires some data. So he might be getting the data from the database. So that database may be a DBMS or a DJ2 or any other database, Oracle. And by combining the data and the programming code, he will get some output. Okay. You can see it on the left hand side. So there is a combination of data and programming. Okay. So the programmer has done the program and the database is available in your database system. They are combined at the computer and you will get the output. That's it. That is called the traditional programming. And your behavior of the program is coding. Output is totally depend on your behavior of your program. So if you write the proper program, so you will get the proper output. But in machine learning, you can see that there is no any programming at all. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are giving a model, not an output. Why? Because we are giving the output as an input and the data. So what you want to output, you have to tell me first. While in a traditional approach, you don't want output. Once you write down the output, and then you will decide, okay, this is output. Okay, no problem. But in machine learning, first you decide that what will be your output. And once you decide your output, according to that, you are required the data. And once you getting a data and once you getting the output, you have to train your model, and this is a continuous process. That program is nothing but in this machine learning approach we call as a model. So you have to develop a model here, not a program. So instead of writing the program, we are more focusing on the model, developing of the model. This is the basic difference between the traditional approach and the machine learning approach for solving the problem. Okay. In a traditional approach, how to solve the problem? So you can see that in this flowchart, traditional programming relies on the hard-coded rule, because there is a hard-coded rules are available, if, else, and all these things. Okay. So these hard-coded rules, you can see that first you have the problem at your hand, then you have to write down the code, then evaluate it. If it is fail, then again you have to review what are the errors, and again write down the problem, write down your code, and evaluate it. And if it is a pass, means if there is no error or no error in syntax error, so it will be a production. Or you can say it is a part. This is a traditional approach we are doing. So in a traditional approach, what you are doing, you are evaluating your code, hard writing code, and if it is pass or if it is fail. Well, if it is pass, so you can say, yes, it is my product. And if it is fail, so you can say that it is a, you have to remove the error and then again find out the error. Okay, so this is a traditional approach. Okay, in machine learning, you can see that this is a very interesting thing in a machine learning approach. So in a machine learning, you can say that you have to give us some data at the time of training model. That is called as a training data. This training data, you are given to the model, this ML model, whatever the model you have select. You will see what is the model. Model is nothing but the your algorithm. So you are training model, and once you train the model, using the data, that is called as the data set, training data set, then evaluate it. It is fast as per your view. So you can say that this is my product. Again, you can do the U error. So whatever the U error you find, you have to again train your model according to the output, whatever the output you want. Okay, and this condition is process is continue until you are getting a desired result. That is your point. So these are the basic machine learning techniques. We will see in the next lecture what are how in these all the 7 machine learning techniques. So once you say that these are machine learning, so what exactly is the machine learning? Machine learning is basically used for the classification problem, solve the classification. Okay, what is that classification? Classification is, you can say that is a girl-boy classification. Based on the face, you can find out who is a boy and who is a girl. Okay. Or to solve problem, yes or no problem, based on the data, you can predict that tomorrow there will be a rain or not. Okay. So that is called the classification or predicting the match result. That is called the classification. Right. Now, what is the categorization? Categorization means there is a particular group and you have to making the categories of that particular group. For example, age from 1 to 8, you can say that it is a kid. It is a kid group, and 9 to 15, that is called as a say that youngster group or something like that. So you are making some categories of that particular data. Clustering is a part of classification. But in a clustering, in a classification, you know the data is labeled data. In a clustering, there is no labeled data. This is the basic difference between a classification and the clustering. Clustering is also in a cluster you have to find out who is a boy and who is a girl, but you don't know what is the label, what is the output of that. So yes, so in a classification you have the predefined label, but in a clustering you don't have the predefined label. So this is the basic difference between the classification and the clustering. In the trained analysis, during the trained analysis, some change is there. Means what is the change first of all? So you may heard about the market. Okay, which market? Stock market. So in a stock market there is some prediction. So prediction is nothing but based on what the stock market is going on. So according to that, in stock market are giving you how the market will be goes or up. So you may give some prediction on the data you have. that data, you must have some data of it, and on the basis of that stock market data, you will train the model, and you will give some prediction that which stock will be get up and will be get down in coming days. So and the time series analysis is also called the time series analysis or the trend analysis. Machine learning also uses anomaly detection. So what is the anomaly detection? Anomaly detection means unauthorized access of network. Someone is wanted to access the network, your network, and it is not authorized person. So you may be find out some anomaly in your regular prediction. Okay. So that anomaly detection means something is happening with your network, and then you have to find out what anomaly, who is trying to enter to your network. So that is called anomaly detection. Then visualization. Visualization is giving the graph output based on your data. So visualization is based on your data or data set gives us some output in the form of graph. It's called as a visualization. And the decision making. So based on the some data you have to take some decision. Okay. So decision means, let us consider Indian cricket team want to take a decision that once we win the toss, can we go for the bat or can we go for the bowling? So you can take the decision. For that you require some previous past data of that particular ground or pitch. How that pitch is done in the last year. So if you take a batting first, what are the results? And if you take a bowling first, what are the results? Okay. So after how many big over that wicket gets turned. So if you have that kind of data, previous data along with you, so you can take some decision. Okay. So machine learning is also useful for taking such kind of data, such kind of decision. So these are the basic 7, I just framed these basic 7 applications where we can utilize the machine learning. The first one is classification. For the classification problem, we can use the machine learning. For categorization, we can use the machine learning. For clustering, we can use machine learning. For trend analysis, it is a stock market series, we can use the machine learning. For anomaly detection, for networking purpose, obviously we are using the machine learning. For taking the data in a visualization format, we can use the machine learning. And for taking the proper decision, we can use machine learning. So today we stop here. Okay.